What is going on, team? This is Music Major coming to you guys live in NHL 14 to talk about NHL 15 as well as the Stanley Cup playoffs and who you guys would like to see on the cover of NHL 15. Now, guys, it's no surprise and no secret by now that the Stanley Cup Finals is the New York Rangers against the LA Kings. And so far, I just have to say that I am completely shocked by New York's play, the way that they were able to get through the first couple of rounds so easily, how they dispatched the Penguins so easily, how they were able to take care of the Montreal Canadiens so easily, and the fact that they are struggling against a team like the LA Kings is just baffling. I personally, at this point, with the series being the way that it is right now, personally saw this series going 7 games. I thought it was going to be well fought out. I thought that Daryl Sutter was going to coach the pants off of his team. I'm just thinking about that, coach the pants off. I'm not necessarily sure that's the most political correct term to use. But I thought that he was going to get the best out of his team against New York, and it just didn't. It's right. You know, he's just schooling New York right now. I do think LA got away with Game 2. I think there was a little bit of a flawed call there slightly with the supposed goaltender interference. Truth be told, I didn't watch much of the last night's game. I was quite exhausted. But, ooh, did you guys hear that burp too? Ooh, easy. But with everything going on in the series, I didn't think that LA was going to run away with it as easily as they are. I fully anticipate LA winning the Stanley Cup. I know now that I went down on the record and I've said that, I know that we are going to regret that to some extent, mainly because now that it's set in stone and on the YouTube universe, I'm probably going to eat those words. But stay tuned. I think we're going to have a... I think the LA Kings will get the Stanley Cup second time in 3 years. Marian Gaborik, your Conn Smythe Trophy winner. Just throwing it out there. I know that's probably a relatively easy guess. I know some people are talking about Jeff Carter, too, for a potential Conn Smythe. But let's get into NHL 15, guys. E3 was this past week, and I have to say one of the titles that has mainly stuck out to me has been NHL 15. It looks beautiful. I've been wondering how this game is going to look on next gen. Well, my wondering was pretty suppressed on Monday with the EA press conference. And if you guys head over to easports.com under their news updates, you guys will see a 15-question segment with EA Sports producer Sean Rajman Singh. I hope I nailed that. Sorry to the Arab community if I didn't. But I'm going to paraphrase basically what the interview was about. And this is the interview to some extent here, but basically what you guys are going to see, one of the main questions they ask are, what are the differences between NHL 15 on current gen platforms versus next gen? And they want to basically summarize it, give you the best bang for your buck, sell you the best value that you can get on these consoles. And the reason that you didn't see NHL 15 was the team at EA was biding their time, learning from other departments, learning from your FIFAs, your Maddens, anybody else that put a game out under the EA umbrella for the next-gen consoles. And they wanted to unlock all of the potential of the EA Sports Ignite engine, which I think if you guys have seen these renderings for these trailers, I think the team's really on to something, to be completely honest with you. Everything is going to be completely different, completely revamped. You guys will have more of the power of the next-gen consoles to push the boundaries of the gameplay features. We're going to see an NBC Sports broadcast package, which personally I think is a little bit overdue because I was getting a little bit sick of Gary Thorne and Bill Clement not changing at all, essentially, since we've had next-gen titles come out on Xbox 360 with the release of NHL 07. Don't get me wrong, they're fantastic commentators, but 7 years of them gets a little crazy. It'll be interesting to see how they get Doc and Eddie to do the games. Those guys can keep any television game entertaining, no matter if it's so gosh darn close or if it's just a complete washout. So we'll be interested to see how they integrate those guys into the game. Another one interesting thing is if you guys were avid NHL 14 players, you guys would notice when you dump the puck into the zone to do a dump and chase style, the puck looks like a beach ball. This might be a little bit overkill, but EA actually hired a guy who worked on the Hadron Collider in Geneva to basically get real puck physics into the game. So a little bit of overkill, but true to show that EA is really committed to getting us the product that we need. You guys will have group celebrations in there, and the crowds will be living. Much like FIFA is putting a high emphasis on, NHL wants their crowds to be living. Also, too, this is a big feature for me, guys, and my parting shot for the video, NHL 15 is going to run at 60 frames per second. You guys might need to change your pants. Thanks so much for watching, guys. You guys take care. Make sure to like if you like what you saw. Subscribe so you see the next show. We'll see you next time. I'm going to dance.